Yo, what is going on, guys? Godrekton here today, bringing you a different kind of video onto my channel. So some of you might know that soon I'm not going to be here through the remainder of December, so I do want to try and plan out some more content. And with this video and some other videos I'm going to be doing are going to be more play breakdowns. So it'll be me going over some of the plays that I made and some like little helpful tips that I can find on Renekton, and even just like the way I play top lane. And I'll try my best to explain it all in videos like this and kind of give you guys as much info as I can before the season ends. So anyways, with that said, in this video, I want to share you guys a very, very important and broken tip. So what is this tip, you might ask? What am I going to be teaching you here? Well, this tip and trick I'll be teaching you is called the 3in1Pull, and it is by the man himself, 3in1Warrior. Now, out of respect to, I do want to give like a little shout out here and say that 3in1 is the inventor of this strategy. A lot of people don't really name drop him a lot, and a lot of people don't even know this trick, right? And I think it's also in my best interest to kind of share it to people that want to watch this and learn something different as well. If you guys don't know who 3in1 is, he is basically a challenger Renekton player on the NA server. Probably like one of the best Renekton players, you know, that there is, honestly. Definitely in the top 5, 100% out of every Renekton player that I've ever like known and watched and everything. So, you know, I have high prizes towards 3in1Warrior. He also has a Twitch channel, which I'll show on the screen right now, and also a YouTube channel too, which he posts semi-regularly. He also is a little bit inactive as well, just like me. But I definitely recommend you guys to go over to his channel and give him support as well when he does make a video. So moving on, what is this trick that 3in1 knows that we don't? Well, the 3in1Pull is basically a concept where you pull the reinforcement wave, which is the minion wave incoming towards the tower. You pull the melee minions at the front behind your minion wave that's crashing into the tower. The minions will then pull behind that, and then you'll set yourself a little freeze there with the remaining minions, which then, once your wave dies, the reinforcement wave of the opposing laner will meet towards these minions, and then it'll give you space to potentially get a kill in that window. So if you guys are struggling to kind of picture this and like what it might look like, I'm going to show you a couple of examples here, and I'll also be showing you how to do it within your games. So firstly, I have this VOD right here, which is taken from insights.gg, which is a very great app for VOD reviewing and all that. I'm not sponsored, by the way, but if I was to be sponsored, you know, please sign me up because I love this app. It is literally one of my favorite apps to use. It basically keeps all my clips, it lets me keep all my VODs, everything whatsoever. So when it comes to making videos like this, I can just bring up like a video in a heartbeat and kind of present it with you guys. Anyways, to context this game, I'm against Olaf, and, you know, I'm playing Renekton with Ignite and D-Blade. And in this matchup, it's pretty easy, I would say. It's not the hardest matchup. Typically, you kind of like play around his level 1, you take E-Start, avoid his Q all-in, you could even go for a little E-Trade level 1, and get a kill that way. Within this game, I actually use the 3in1Pull here, which allows me to kill my laner, and then lets me snowball the game into an easy 15-minute win advantage. And in an elo like this, like Master Tier, Grandmaster, Challenger, you name it, right? These little tricks are gonna be literally game winning. So if you can replicate a strategy like this, not only are you gonna be just, you know, getting ahead and like winning your lane, but it's also gonna create a lot of mental damage to your opponents. And in scenarios like this, like they have no other means but just to give up. So it is a very vital strategy here if you want to maximize it to your fullest potential. So the clip as it starts is, I'm just waiting here, gonna walk up to lane here now. I'll let it play out a little bit just for context. So level 1, I'm just doing like a basic trade. Gotta mute the audio too. Olaf misses his Q here. I have my E-Start ready. So what I'm trying to do right now is that I'm actually trying to get my level 2 here for my W. So I'm gonna last these minions. Gonna get it here off the minion kill. Empowered E, auto him down, get as much damage as possible with the empowered W shred. Just building my Fury here. I don't even use my W. So right now, I've set myself a kill opportunity, right? So how will I kill him in this moment? Do I just crash dive? Do I go under his tower and just potentially execute? Losing, you know, a bit of minions on his end, but also trading kills. You could do that, but is it worth it right now? Not exactly. Not exactly at all. We also have a cannon wave here. So our wave's in a bit of an awkward spot, right? The jungle gank timer is typically between 3 minutes to 3:30. So I have to kind of shove this cannon wave in, and I could go for a cheer recall if I wanted to. Meaning that here, I push in the wave, the cannon wave, and I reset, come to lane with longsword. The opposing top laner with Ghost, or even Ignite, has to stay in lane to push it all out, and then I can set up a freeze and even kill him that way. I can do that, or I can do this, right? So we're pushing in the tower here, pushing to the tower, the minion wave, gonna come here, get the minions. Right now, I know if, like, the jungle is here, he's going to be like on these two camps, right? So it is a little bit risky if I was to like try and get a dive, but something safe that I can do, which gives me some like insurance, is not just Lee coming in trying to like do something, but here I pull these minions. So these minions are vital for the 3-in-1 pull. The way minion aggro works is that if you hit a melee, they are going to be instantly aggro onto you in this scenario. So right now you can see I auto once, this minion goes for here. So I pull, it does like try to follow, but ends up going back because the radius is like, you know, wherever it's closest to. These minions, however, I drag them to this wall, I pull upwards, and now they're following me. As long as I auto attack like this, the minions are going to come back to me. So I try my hardest to keep him here. And now, as we can see, the wave is literally met here. My minions are dying under the tower. His wave is like alive. They're taking no damage. And in this moment, I create this like little mini freeze, which keeps the wave here for me. And now I have all this room to fight him. I don't have this limited room where the wave could be here instead. And then I have to potentially, you know, waste my time, like, you know, waiting for a jungle to gank me or whatever. Like, I basically cut to the point here, right? Where, like, I end up keeping the wave here, and then my enemy top lane has to kind of step up. Now he steps up with this health pool. I can literally go for the kill here. So I have 100 Fury from all the Fury I just built up. And as soon as he, like, steps in, I can literally just go for a double dash. I will fake this by autoing. Actually, I don't have an auto here. I just literally double dash on the kill of the minion. Do this. Guy gets tilted, and we kill him, you know. He probably didn't have to fight that, in fairness. In another game, I'll probably just get flashed there, and then I can go for dives still. But even that, right, I basically get a summoner, or I even get a kill from that strategy alone. And there are matchups, too, where people go, like, Ghost TP or Ghost Ignite. And this kind of, like, strategy really just, you know, stifles them. Like, you cannot do anything if it's, like, a melee lane. And just off that alone, this play, it allowed me just to kind of, like, snowball my lead. I could get freezes, play off my side, perma do combos, and then I just, like, snowball the game from here. So one little trick that's, like, a lot more unorthodox and just, like, you know, not your normal play, right? It led me just to completely dominate in the game here. And that was basically it from this matchup onwards as I finished the game with a 6-1-3 KDA. The next example I want to show here is actually from a game that I also put on my YouTube, and it was also a clip that I put on my TikToks and YouTube Shorts. So, similar concept, a bit more easy to understand. We're playing from the blue side this time, and we're going into the red tower. Here I have a minion wave built up around about the same time, you know. I built this minion wave up against Warwick. Instead, I have EQ here. So, it's a little bit more different here, but I know I'm going to get level 3 on, like, a minion kill or two. So I've got minion kills, I'll get level 3, and it could set me up to kill the Warwick, who is currently level 1. And he's going to get level 2 in this time as well, from killing these minions. So, I have Ignite, Warwick has like a barrier, I know this. What I'm going to do here is that I'm going to hit these minions. As you see, I always walk forwards here, like just behind the tower. I hit the first minion, I wait a few seconds, go back, do it again. As soon as they start trying to move here, I auto-attack them. It does take a little bit to work, but it's not really that hard in my opinion. Like, I'm yet to really fail this strategy. I haven't really found myself really struggling with the 3-in-1-pull. Personally, I just like auto-attack these down and they just work like this. Now again, as you see here, it's on a cannon wave. I keep the minions here. This gives me more room to fight him. So I'm basically like cheating the concept of wave management here. Instead of waiting for a, you know, a bounce, which is a term used to say that once your minion wave crashes here, the enemy reinforcement wave comes in and then it bounces back to you, right? So it bounces back to our tower. So I'm basically cheating this concept a bit as I'm able to pull the minion wave right here and just like, either I can go for another crash, I can either go for another trade, which leads me to a dive, I can all in. Like, there's a lot of things I can do with this as long as I, like, you know, perform optimally, of course. So we let this play on. Minions are now here. I'm going to look for my level 2 all in. Get level 3 here now. On the level 3 I'll go in. And we end up getting the kill. I wouldn't say it's the most cleanest play that I made, but nevertheless, like, you are going to still get people caught with this. You can get kills with this too. And, you know, even just the most minor thing that I did, pull a minion, it led me to this whole scenario regardless. So I could still get a trade-off like this. I get his barrier. Like, even if I didn't flash here, kind of had to, though, because if I didn't, like, Warwick would just life steal up with his auto attack. So, like, in this moment, I have to go for this play. I also disengage, just so I don't get life stealed on, and I buy time to wait his barrier out. So now I go in, auto Q, and he's dead. I crash minion wave in. Another example of a laner without teleport here, by the way. So because they have no teleport, I highly abuse them with the wave pull, and now they lose this whole cannon wave, and basically I snowball the entire game from onwards here. Now that I've explained how the pull works, let me go into the practice tool to show you guys how to also do it without a laner, just so you can practice yourselves on how to get this working consistently as possible. Alright guys, so now we're doing a little example here of just in practice tool. Right now I'm just gonna push this minion wave in here. Really simple. I don't have an opponent in this game, but I'm just gonna simulate like how easy it is. Okay, so we crashed the wave now. This part, like, your line will be like trying to last it here under the turret. Also gotta turn my sound down while I'm doing this. So right now, I would start walking behind here. Gonna grab these minions so it doesn't break aggro. Pull them here this way. Here I have a bit of a bigger pull here. It's not really... This wouldn't really happen in most games, but again, we pull the minion wave here, and now the minion wave is in a position here where I can just, like, go up on my level 3, do a combo, and then, like, get out. And in this, like, scenario, this just leads me either to a kill opportunity, if I have a matchup where I can all-in level 1 and 2, or I can just push wave here, and then go for my dive on my next cooldowns. So this time we're on red side now. Just going to do it on this side too, just to show you guys, like, the difference. So as you can see, it's a bit harder on red side of how the minions can, like, build up here. So we really want to, like, make sure we get the wave, like, here. We pull here, keep auto-attacking, spread our aggro into different minions, keep going, and now we have the wave here, which again gives us more room. We could potentially, you know, get a gank from our bush if some jungle is waiting there. We can go for a trade on the person here. And just like that, that's kind of how you replicate the red side. A little bit harder here, so we'll take a bit of practice, but other than that, pretty much the same concept, just depends on your pull and how good you are at, like, pulling it here. Yeah, guys, that is basically it. But just to summarize real quickly why this is important again, and just like to kind of list off like a little end to the video. Basically, the pull allows you to snowball effectively into matchups that don't have TP, which allows you to get free opportunities to kill your lane opponent and breaks the laws of wave management. To perform this, simply go behind the tower on the incoming minion wave, hit the melee minions here, pull them back out, drag them back out while keeping the aggro focused onto us, pull the minion wave at a reasonable length, which might be towards the first bush, towards your laner, into the wall. After this, you then can now go and do any trade that you want onto your opponent, whatever might kill them. And depending on how you play, you always get a summoner, or you at least get a flash, which then either sets you up to a dive with your jungler, or even yourself. So with that all being said, that is the 3-in-1 pull. And again, I want to shout out 3in1Warrior because he created this strategy. Some other YouTubers kind of stole his idea and used it for themselves, which I thought was a little bit disgusting, right? And they didn't really credit 3-in-1, but 3-in-1 is basically the creator here of this, as far as I know. And with that being said as well, a lot of respect should be on his name, and you guys should also check him out. He's an amazing Renekton player, amazing content creator, and I hope you guys show support for that too. And I hope you guys don't also mistake it like I didn't shout him out or anything, because I have and he knows that. But yeah, obviously I have a lot of respect for 3-in-1. So I wanted to kind of share this on my channel too, just to show you guys like some things that he's capable of and what he also teaches us as well with his knowledge. With all that being said, thank you all for watching today. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you did and you want to see more little breakdowns like this on just basically how to play certain scenarios of the game, even situations as a top lane or even Renekton, make sure to leave in the comments below. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you guys next time. Peace out and have a good one.